Hey everyone, so today we're going to go over comparing fractions, specifically comparing fractions with different denominators. Now for the first problem, we have 2 over 5 and we have 4 over 5. Now since the denominators are the same here, all we have to look at is the numerators, and since 4 is greater than 2, 4 over 5, 4 over 5 is larger than 2 over 5. And for that symbol, whichever side is opening has to point at the larger number. So 4 over 5 is greater than 2 over 5, which is why it's pointed to the left. Let's go to the next problem. Let's try 4 over 8 and 4 over 10. So with problems like these, where the denominators are not the same, we can either find a common denominator or we can do a little trick. And that is we cross multiply the numbers. And the numerators are what the whole numbers represent. So 4 times 10 is 40, so that means for the fraction on the left, we have a value of 40. And then 8 times 4 is 32, so that means for the fraction on the right, we have a value of 32. And since 40 is bigger than 32, we know that 4 over 8 is greater than 4 over 10. And if we were to plug this into a calculator, we would get, so 4 divided by 8 would give us 0.5 over here, and 4 divided by 10 would give us 0.4. So we know that to be true. Let's go to the next problem. Let's do 3 over 4 and 2 over 3. Now pause the video and try to do this on your own. But when you come back, you'll see that since the denominators are not the same, we have to do that same trick again. So we cross multiply 3 and 3, and then we cross multiply 4 and 2. The fraction on the left gets a value of 9. The fraction on the right gets a value of 8. And so from that, we know that 3 over 4 is greater than 2 over 3. And if we were to plug this into a calculator, we would get 0.75 over here, and we would get 0.6 repeating over here. For the next problem, let's try 4 over 9 and 6 over 7. Now, once again, pause the video and try to do this on your own. But the process is ultimately the same. We cross multiply 4 and 7. That gives us a value of 28. And then we cross multiply 9 and 6. That gives us a value of 54. So obviously the fraction on the right is larger. 4 over 9 is less than 6 over 7. And if we put this into a calculator, we get 0.4 repeating over here, and we get 0.86 over here. So that statement, in fact, is true. 4 over 9 is less than 6 over 7. Let's try a couple more questions. Let's go 3 over 5 and 5 over 7. Pause the video and try to do this on your own. But once again, you cross multiply. You get 21 for the fraction on the left. And you cross multiply the other way. You get 25 for the fraction on the right, which means that the fraction on the right is larger than the fraction on the left. So you have 3 over 5 is less than 5 over 7. And if you plug this into a calculator, you get 0.6 for 3 over 5. And you get 0.71 for 5 over 7. So that statement is in fact true. Let's try one more problem. Let's do 2 over 6. And let's do 4 over 12. I pause the video and try to do this question on your own. But 2 times 12 is equal to 24. And then 6 times 4 is also equal to 24. So from that, we know that 2 over 6 is equal to 4 over 12. And if you put them both into a calculator, 2 divided by 6 gives you 0.3 repeating, and 4 over 12 also gives you 0.3 repeating. So we know that statement to be true.